project. We're really starting to see some significant difference with the Nuclm app. We're just playing around, trying new things, and we actually did a little bit of a move in our locker, lifting boxes up and down, heavy stuff. And I was telling Chris that we did the rescue right after, and that was yesterday. And I was telling him I'm not even sore today. It just felt so good, and I don't know if that's anything to do with that, but normally when we do moving and stuff like that or do weights, we're a little bit, we can feel it. We're a little bit sore. So we're getting some good feeling with the product so far. And I know some of you are joining for the first time. We want to say welcome to those who are joining. I know plenty of people are going to be joining with the recordings and also through the channel. So Chris, you want to take it away?
Yes, absolutely. For those of you that are joining us on YouTube, just really appreciate you and thank you for joining in. And I know that many of you are catching the recording. And again, if you like what you see, just smash that like button, share your comments, questions. I always follow up with the next 24 hours, making sure that we attend to all of you. Tonight, we have a very excited session. I know that we've been inviting Adam, and Adam is becoming a regular here. But the fact here, folks, that I'm really excited is Tammy and I have been in this industry for, oh my God, decades. And the reality here is that we've always, sorry guys, I'm just being distracted with, we've always built our business in kind of setting up the system, the trainings, the support. It's really, I have to go directly to the company. Otherwise we have to figure things out. And with Adam, it's such a blessing because not only he always provide information that is extremely accurate and helpful, but his response time is unbelievable. So, I mean that, Adam. Tammy and I have never, we've been in this business for, I've been in this business full time for, I'm not kidding, at least 30 years. And you're the very first upline we've ever had that is very helpful and useful. And I want to thank you for that.
You're very welcome, Chris. It's a pleasure to spend time with you guys, and I'm just looking forward to presenting to everybody. You guys are just amazing to work with, and I just like to work with and hang out with people that like to hang out with me. So I'm with you.
No, absolutely. And folks, just so you get a feel for who Adam is, he's reached 100K in business and way beyond that. He's one of the Xosialx founder club. Xosialx is where Nuclm is living. 40 years industry veteran. And that's, again, it speaks volume again on what I was saying about the support that we get. You can tell the experiences there is a wellness and a well coach. So it's an absolute pleasure to have us. And folks, pay attention to his presentation and understand that all of these presentations are recorded. And every presentation that we've started from 3 weeks ago, we created a playlist on our Well Community YouTube channel, and you can catch all the previous presentations there. So Adam, I'm going to turn this over to you. You've been giving the co-host, so you can go ahead and share your screen and go ahead. And folks, we have a fantastic presentation this evening, so please take it away.
Hey, thank you guys. Appreciate you all being here, and I'm just so excited to share with you what's been happening with Xosialx, powered by Nuclm. It's just absolutely been an incredible ride over just, I guess it's been now maybe 4.5 months since we got the exclusive marketing rights to the Nuclm app. It is a technology that is absolutely the best thing that I've ever had a chance to market in my 40-year career in this industry. And it really boils down to a relationship that happened between one of the co-founders of Xosialx, David D'Arcangelo, who you guys will all get to meet at some point. And he had this amazing relationship with Jim Poole. He actually wrote a book for Nuclm, and they hit it off. And he said, I think we might have an opportunity to work together. And so he introduced him to Stu Finger, who's the founder and CEO of Xosialx. And it's been an incredible marriage ever since. We have the exclusive marketing rights to Nuclm in the direct sales space in perpetuity. That means forever. That means like a long time. We've got that locked up, and it's exciting because this is a technology that's been around for a little bit. It's got quite a bit of a history, and I'll tell you a little bit about it in a minute. But a little bit about Xosialx. You know, we've been in business for over 10 years. We started out in the CBD space. Everybody remembers how crazy that was. We did extremely well in that space, but you know, we needed to shift away from CBD. It wasn't easy to ship that product. You couldn't ship it to Canada. You guys up there, we couldn't ship it to Mexico. You couldn't ship it to just about anywhere. So we moved away from that, and we started with our nano mist technologies. We have a mangosteen product, a glutathione product, and also a moringa product. And these are really incredible mist technologies that enable you to mist it into the soft palate of your mouth, and it's within your system and your bloodstream within 4 seconds. And so during that process, we rebranded our company as Xosialx. That was about a little under 3 years ago. And again, this partnership now with Nuclm is just happened 4 months ago. And we have now expanded from only having a handful of countries that we were shipping physical products to now we have expanded to be able to market our products in 123 countries because of the digital nature of them. So let's talk about what this is doing. It's such an industry disruptor today. This is the first and only product of its kind dropped into the direct sales space. For the first time ever, it's a digital health product. And it's a product with more validated results and credibility than any wellness product I have ever seen or marketed in our industry. 36 years in the making, patented, multiple patents in fact, clinically proven, and now exclusively ours to market globally. And Nuclm is the only platform of its kind awarded 2 US patents for its ability to control and balance the autonomic nervous system and enable a person to change their brainwave states on demand. In fact, it was cleared as an FDA Class 3 medical device for anxiety, depression, and insomnia. Folks, that's not a supplement claim. That's a medical clearance. What was once a $6,000 medical device is now available and affordable in the form of a mobile app. We have absolutely no competition in our industry. This is one of one, the only technology of its kind. And because it's a digital download, there's no inventory, there's nothing to ship, and we're now available in over 100 countries, and we're growing fast. But let's talk about this market for a second. You know, we're not manufacturing a trend, we're responding to a global emergency. There are basically 2 major concerns that are fueling a universal global health crisis. Chronic stress and sleep challenges are at the top of everyone's list of issues that people have been dealing with on a day-to-day basis. With war, conflict, economic instability, and social media overload, the human race is in crisis. It's in a constant state of uncertainty, stress, fear, anxiety, and worry. The world is wired to exhaust and overwhelm at every age and in every country. In fact, almost 40% of adults worldwide are stressed every single day, and 3 out of 5 adults globally report poor sleep. You know, and here's the thing. If you're having challenges with your sleep or you've got a lot of chronic stress, it doesn't just show up in your head. It shows up in your body as well. And this cycle is the root cause of so many of the top health concerns, and it's an accelerator for diseases. Chronic stress ages you faster, and it creates poor sleep precisely when restorative sleep is most needed for healing. And we're talking about heart disease and cancer and diabetes and autoimmune conditions. This is not a wellness trend. This is a biological emergency, and it's playing out across the entire population. And Nuclm is the only patented technology clinically proven to address both simultaneously without drugs, potions, patches, or pills. And guys, like I said, without a question, you know, this is something that's got so much credibility behind it. Certainly energy and frequency healing awareness is on the rise as well. It's been in development for the past 36 years. Nuclm has assembled a 52-member advisory board of leading doctors, scientists, and researchers. And it's been used in 2.7 million procedures, surgical procedures, as an alternative to general anesthesia. Over 78 professional sports teams and approximately 1,000 individual athletes across multiple sports use Nuclm on a daily basis. It's even approved by the US military, Special Forces, Navy SEALs, and Air Force. The FBI uses it, along with, there's incredible collaborations with Tony Robbins and other really high performance leaders. I don't know, when was the last time you had a wellness opportunity with instant credibility like this? I would say never. This is not a product that is looking for a market. This is a product that has a proven track record for success. And like I said, these collaborations with people like Tony Robbins also add to the credibility. Well, folks, this is like turning up or down a thermostat. You get to choose the frequency of your own mind at the push of a button. With 8 programs and dozens of tracks, there is a preferred frequency for just about every moment of the day. What I'd like for you to do is watch this short video, and you can learn a little bit more about what's happening with this incredible technology.
We all can with Nuclm. Nuclm isn't a revolution, it's an evolution in the way we take care of ourselves. With over 3 decades of research and development, Nuclm's patented neuroacoustic software is clinically proven to create a physiological state change in your brain and body. With nothing more than your headphones and our mobile app, Nuclm gives you a suite of powerful tools that put the power of your brain in the palm of your hand. The human brain operates in a narrow band of frequency ranges, typically referred to as brainwaves. Each type of brainwave is associated with a different type of brain function. Throughout the day, your brain's frequency changes based on whether you're tired, anxious, nervous, excited, hungry, or anything in between. These frequency changes are normal, but not normally under our control, often forcing us to fight against our brain to achieve our goals, with a wide variety of detrimental side effects. That's where Nuclm comes in. Nuclm's patented neuroacoustic software reliably and safely interacts with your brain to speed up or slow down your brainwave frequencies using nothing more than your headphones, like a tuning fork. Our clinically proven neuroscience gives you the power to change the channel on stress, poor sleep, or lack of focus, or to turn up the adrenaline when it's time to perform its best. Unlike typical stress apps, meditation, or binaural beat apps, Nuclm's journeys are engineered with the world's only patented, clinically proven neuroacoustic software designed to naturally guide your brain to different frequency states on demand. In fact, a single Nuclm journey contains nonlinear algorithms and dynamic frequencies that can exceed 2 gigabytes of data. Stop letting life determine your frequency and start working with your brain, not against it. Nuclm is the power of clinical neuroscience in the palm of your hand.
Fantastic. Well, let's talk about this science that no one can copy. It took them 32 years to study and map the frequencies of the human brain. Nuclm's patented technology uses complex physics and mathematics and algorithm built into the software that lies beneath the music. The neuroacoustic software presents the brain with a signal via the auditory motor cortex, and the brain then follows that signal. Here's the key. Because it uses nonlinear oscillations, your brain can't adapt and tune it out the way it does standard binaural beats. That patented neuroscience is what separates Nuclm from any and all frequency devices or programs out there. And we are not delivering any frequencies to any part of your body. Nuclm developed a safe way to guide the human brain to the frequencies of your choosing, enabling you to choose your mental state on demand like dialing a thermostat. We are one of one. There is nothing out there like it, period. It's like something from a futuristic movie, only it's here today. And by the way, all 8.4 billion humans have brains that oscillate in the same frequency ranges. This technology works on every brain. That's not a marketing claim. That's just physics. It's just the way it works, guys. It's math. Nuclm has 8 journeys. Each one guides your brain to a specific state on demand. Let me walk you through some of the ones that really matter most. This power nap, I got to tell you, I've been going at it all day, preparing things and doing Zooms, and I found a window today about an hour and a half ago to do one of these power naps for 20 minutes. I got to tell you, I don't get to do one every day, but when I do, I realize how powerful it is. Your just body goes like this. It goes, whoop, boop, and all of a sudden you're out like a light. And I got up from that nap and I was recharged. And here's the thing, Harvard University says that this 20-minute power nap is the equivalent of getting 2 hours of restorative sleep. Let me tell you, it'll be the best 20 minutes you invest in yourself all day. Deepest sleep, I'm a relatively good sleeper. I was amazed at how much more well-rested, though, I felt after using these tracks. And, I got to tell you, if you think you're a good sleeper, well, how do you know? You're asleep, right? You get up in the morning, maybe you're a little groggy, you're like, okay, that wasn't so bad. But if you have nothing to contrast it with, how do you know? And I thought I was a good sleeper until I started using Deepest Sleep and Deepest Sleep Plus. And I got to tell you, I haven't missed a night since. It's been 5 months now. Not one single night will I go to bed without having a Bluetooth speaker by the side of my bed using these tracks. And they are absolutely incredible. For those people that are having trouble sleeping, it is a game changer. Focus. Listen, when I'm working on a project that I need to get done, I've got maybe a deadline or something I'm trying to, get done. Instead of chasing squirrels, instead of, answering texts and this thing's popping up over here and that one's bugging me over there. I put the headphones on and I just double down and get it done. And it's amazing how much focus I get when I use that track specifically. And there's several different ones. Ignite, this is about peak performance. You can dial your brain to a place where you are ready to take on the world. I use Ignite. I put it in my on in my car. I've got a 13 stereo speaker system in my Audi, the Bose speakers. I crank it up on my way to a tennis match, and I arrive totally fired up and ready to crush the ball. You might use it like before a big presentation or before you go to the gym. It's just an amazing set of tracks that you could use on Ignite. And then there's Flow State for creativity. If I'm designing or creating something, I put the headphones on and my level of creativity and inspiration just switches on in a big way. Some people describe it as their secret weapon for productivity, kind of similar to being in the zone, so to speak. And then there's the tracks with people like Tony Robbins on priming and Roger Loves and Mark Victor Hansen. These guys have great audios that they're sharing with you and great concepts. But remember, it's the inaudible part below the sounds, below the music that is doing the healing, that is actually making this science work. And but yet, you know what? You listen to Mark Victor Hansen talk about money mindset, and you'll be fired up about making some money, right? That's one of the tracks that's one of the newer ones. There's also something called Rockstar Mindset, which is, I think, one of the latest ones. And the gentleman there, I believe that was Jim Quick. He's worked with absolutely amazing rock stars. He worked with Bradley Cooper on the movie Star is Born. To have him show up with a rock star mindset and presence. And you don't need to be a musician to show up as a rock star in your own life. But that's one of the tracks that's on there as well. Absolutely incredible. Let's talk a little bit about the vagus nerve, though. This is the largest cranial nerve, and it's connected to most of your most vital organs. And we've got some new tracks on Nuclm that are VT tracks. There's Deepest Sleep VT, there's Rescue VT. And what these do is they activate your vagus nerve. And this is important because, it regulates your heart rate, it'll control digestion, it'll manage breathing, it reduces inflammation, it connects the gut-brain axis. 80% of the fibers of this vagus nerve carry signals from the gut to the brain, which is why gut feelings are an actual real neurological phenomenon. And in fact, low vagal tone is directly associated with mood disorders. So embedded in these tracks, Rescue VT, Deepest Sleep VT, and Deepest Sleep Plus VT is the 130 hertz vibrational frequency of the vagus nerve. It's directly in the audio, and people report going down faster, deeper, and experiencing a calm that lasts long afterwards. This is one of my favorites that I use at night, Deepest Sleep VT, absolutely incredible. There is also an in-app stress test, so you can see where your nervous system is at any time during the day in just 35 seconds. You just speak close to the phone for 35 seconds, and this is an amazingly accurate test that ties into your vagus nerve via your voice. You see, you can lie, but your voice can't. And then after the test, Nuclm suggests a program to reduce that stress. It's absolutely brilliant. Well, as I said, this is a global product with a global demand. We started with 100 countries. Now we're in 120 countries available to do business, and it's absolutely spreading like virally around the world right now. In the last 70 days, the organization has grown into over 70 different countries. It's absolutely incredible how fast it's grown. The most popular way to get started is with the Nuclm Edge at $42.49 a month for the full 8 journeys that we just talked about. All the modules I just shared with you, you get a 15% discount below going to Nuclm Direct, and that's a nice savings. And you also get a 30-day risk-free trial. So you have absolutely nothing to lose. I tell people, look, try it for 30 days. You know, if it's not for you, you get your money back. And you don't even have to ship anything back because we didn't ship anything to you, right? How about that? So that's a pretty amazing deal too, I think, because you know, I get my car washed down the street. It costs me $37 a month to get my car washed. I can wash it as many times as I want for $37 a month. I think I go like 5 or 6 times. I guarantee you for $42.49, I use it every single night. I'm getting a way better value. So it's a no-brainer. The monthly subscription, $42.50, qualifies you for all your commissions also. That's important to know. But for those of you that want the best value, we do have another option that's just been announced, and it's called our All Access Pass for $99.97, which and that's monthly, which gives you all 3 of our digital products at the best price. So we're going to talk a little bit about those products. But starting this way also will give you some easier qualifications in the pay plan. So that All Access Pass again is $99.97. And there are 3 products that are digital. We sell them all over the world. The Xosialx University and the Xosialx Business app are those 2 other digital products. And again, this is a 100% tax deductible expense. So it's a complete no-brainer for being in business, and it gives you everything that you need to be successful. Let's talk about this university. The second digital product that we offer is called the Xosialx University, and you can learn key life lessons from millionaires and billionaires each week. Guys, this is kind of new, right? So you're seeing 5 different speakers plus Mark Victor Hansen, who heads up our Xosialx University. He is the best-selling author of all time. There's only one other book that has sold more than Mark Victor Hansen's Chicken Soup for the Souls series, and that would be the Bible. Okay, he's heading this up. He's phenomenal. At the heart of Xosialx is a really simple belief: the patterns behind extraordinary success can be taught, learned, shared, and duplicated. I have to tell you, I've watched all of these that are on the screen here, these courses that are available. It's by itself $59.97, but again, if you get the All Access Pass, it's included in there. And I got to tell you, I wish this were around when I first became an entrepreneur. These are incredible life lessons from some of the most successful, experienced people on earth, and these are customized for our business and for life in general. And they're absolutely incredible lessons. There's one that just dropped this week, and I'm looking forward to seeing that actually drop today. Another speaker, and every single week a new speaker is dropped in, a new trainer. And so this university just keeps getting more and more valuable as the weeks go on. Absolutely incredible offering. And then our third digital product is the Xosialx business app, which really gives you everything you need to turn this side gig of yours into your full-time gig. I mean, really, it has everything you need to track your business. It has the what do I send to people? It answers that question. It has all those tools built into it at your fingertips. You can build for different events. You can send out information. We call them gems. I'm actually going to be doing a training on this later this evening, actually directly after this Zoom. If you're interested, I'll be doing an intense training on this Xosialx app. And I got to tell you, there's no other way that I'll do this type of business anymore without having this platform, because it just gives me the tracking. I get to know who's looking at my stuff, how serious they are about it, and how excited they are about it. It's absolutely incredible. All right, let's see. We can move on now. We're going to go and talk a little about our compensation plan. So here's the thing. This is a brief overview, and this is all about based on the work that you do. And it's pretty simple. Our first experience bonus will earn you $10 when you market the Nuclm monthly. And as we mentioned, the all access pass is $99.97, the best value. And that one you'll earn $25 on. Those are the first experience bonuses when you first enroll somebody. Then there's something called a member acquisition bonus. Now, the member acquisition bonus is for subsequent months. And as you move forward in our business, as I mentioned, the all access pass will give you a lower qualification in this one bonus. And so if you'd like to get back up to that $10 and that $25, you can get yourself 7 active people, 7 people that have a little stress, 7 people that might have a challenge sleeping at night, or 7 people that want to just be a better version of themselves. And you can get them started, and you'll be back up to that 7 active directs and be back up to that 50%. So that on your personals, you're earning that $10 every month and $25 every month on those products that you're marketing. So those are those 2 bonuses. These things are paid subsequently on top of our 3x20 matrix. And the 3x20 matrix is a brilliant, again, this is an example of 3 who get 3 down through 7 levels. Everybody just doing 3. Nobody, no heroes here, no heroics. Everybody just doing their monthly $42.49. The kind of residual income you could expect is around $6,000 a month in that example. The journey in our compensation plan is pretty simple. There's some highlights: manager 3, manager 7, that's you enrolling 3 or you enrolling 7. And then from there, as a manager 7, it's all based on volume, and you can move up in title that way. And there's some great bonuses along the way. So manager 3 will tack another $50 onto your check on top of your bonuses. When you bring 4 more people in, you'll be a manager 7, and you'll get $200 extra tacked on. And then once you hit that 5K, there's another $500 in it for you. And I got to tell you, people are hitting this in their first week in the business. Absolutely incredible. They're getting all of those bonuses at one time. Here's what a game plan looks like to manager 3 and the kind of money that you can earn. If they all get monthly Nuclems, that's about $80. If they all get the all access pass, it's about $125. And then if you go to manager 7, well, that's $320 or $425, depending on how people get started. Also, there is the rank advancement bonuses. And these are really lucrative one-time bonuses as you hit the different volume titles from 10K on. There's $89,000 on the table for the taking as you move up in title. In addition to that, every single week, there's a worldwide loyalty bonus pool of 10%, which they take every single week of the worldwide global sales, and they put it into this pool, and they share it with people who have qualified. So 10K, you can get your first share. These shares right now are maybe worth anywhere from $25 to $75 a share. But that's, again, every single week you get to participate in that pool. And right now we're in about 70 countries. But you know what? We're open in 123. So this is just going to keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So excited about that. The power of manager 3, again, you just get 3 who get 3, and that's like $6,000 in potential residual income. But here's the thing. This shift right now to digital. I got to tell you something. I'm talking to people who are industry legends. I'm talking to people who are industry veterans, and they are shifting their focus to digital type products. We keep having these horror stories about shipping and going to different places and regulations and borders and barriers, and all that stuff goes away when you start to talk about digital. And this again is the first digital wellness product that has been dropped into this space. So people are coming to our company in droves. Leaders are finding out about it. And the bottom line is this, it's really not a question of whether or not digital is the future. It already is. The question is really whether you are going to take full advantage of this historic timing, engage, and be positioned in it before everybody else figures it out. And let me tell you, people are figuring it out. Well, as I mentioned, we got no borders, guys. I mean, we'll be open everywhere, but right now, 123 countries, not bad. Okay, the platform is global. We're paying people global, but the awareness is just getting started. We also, as I mentioned, we have some incredible physical products. We ship them right now to about 20 countries, but soon the rest of the world is going to find out about these as they want them. There's some great organic skincare products, an incredible toothpaste. There's great weight loss products, and then those mist products we talked about, as well as a really clean, healthy energy drink. And I got to tell you something, if you try these, you're going to like them. You're going to be excited about them. And also, if you're on the All Access Pass, you get to buy any of these physical products at 30% below wholesale. So a complete game changer there. Well, let me bring this home. You know, I've been in the industry for 40 years. I've seen hundreds of companies launch, grow, plateau, and fold. You know, I've been through the cycles, and I know what lasts and I know what doesn't. And what I'm telling you is this, that in 40 years, I've never seen a combination like this. The timing, the world is in a stress and sleep crisis right now. This is not getting better. And Nuclm solves this exact problem that billions of people are experiencing today. And that market is only growing. The uniqueness, 2 US patents, 0 competition, the only neuroacoustic platform of its kind on Earth. You cannot go build this somewhere else. It does not exist anywhere else. The global scope, digital delivery, no shipping, 123 countries. We are not waiting to expand. We're already there, and we're set up to pay people globally. Legacy income. This is residual income built on a product that people are going to use every single day and come back to month after month because it works. Not a product they're going to forget about in their drawer. A product becomes part of their daily life. That is how residual income becomes legacy income. Xosialx is ahead of the curve, and we're offering next level tools like the Xosialx app platform to ensure simple duplication on a global scale. The university, giving people the knowledge, inspiration, and mentoring from billionaires and millionaires weekly. In 12 months, some people watching this are going to look back at this exact moment in time. Some of them are going to say, I wish I moved faster. A few of them are going to say, that was it. That was the one. Well, the choice is uniquely yours. Reach out to the person that shared this with you. Take a 30-day risk-free trial starting today. And then take that 35-second stress test right now and let your nervous system tell you what's up. What if you could change your frequency and change your life? The best time to start was when you first heard about Nuclm. The second best time is right now. Guys, I've had so much fun sharing this information with you all. Looking forward to working with you for those that decide to join us. I know you guys have gotten great results. Chris and Tammy and some of you others are already using the product. Maybe you can share your stories and what your experience is.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much, Adam. This is so awesome. And folks, at the end of the day, if you're looking at this for the very first time and you might have confused a bit with the comp plan, please don't worry about this. We're going to be having some trainings. There's going to be lots and lots of information to clarify. But I can tell you, Tammy and I have been in the industry for well over, well, in my case, anyway, 30 years full time. And we made a career out of this. And it's a very, very refreshing company. They have their act together. The payment structure, it goes very, very well. You know, I have accounts in the US. I have my accounts in Canada, US. And transfer, it took about 3 days to get the funds in there. So I know some of you may have some question how efficient that is. I can testify to that. And also, the products is absolutely fantastic. And I know it sounds cliche because we're in the business and we have to say something nice about it. But folks, many of you knows I'm very transparent, I'm very honest, and I tell it the way it is. And the fact is, even at the beginning, as I was starting using the Nuclm, I'm not used to hear any kind of sound. For me, it has to be ultimately quiet. I got used to the air conditioning that's kicking in, but the fact is, I needed to. I remember, Adam, I asked a question, and you mentioned what reduce the volume to a bare minimum. And what I've been doing in a week as I was listening to this, I was increasing it. Tammy and I had the same thing, about an inch every day and well, every couple of days. And now I can hear it clearly, but honestly, I fall asleep very quickly. And I happen to be waking up middle of the night, which happens from time to time. I hear the music and it's helped me going back to sleep. In the past, I remember because when I wake up in the middle of the night, it tends to have a hard time. My mind's racing with all these things going on, and I have a hard time sleeping. And because of that, I wake up super tired in the morning. In this case, I wake up completely rested, even though I might have been restless just because of my head. Remember, I haven't been on this for a year. I've been on it for a couple of weeks. So it's absolutely phenomenal. And pay attention to the weight loss because Tammy and I gain a bit of weight. Well, maybe I speak for myself, Tammy. And this product I look forward to the results as we take them. So they have really, really good product. And before I pass it over to Tammy, I just want to recognize all of you that are here. Allison, great to see you here. Barbara Ann and Paul, great to see you here. Beth and Chuck, great. Bill, how are you? And Linda, I'm not sure if she's right behind you. Eddie from the UK, great to see you here. Francisco, nice to see you here. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I know you have a nice team in Puerto Rico that we look forward to work with. Jasmine, great to see you. MC, Myra Paul, and Pascalina, we just spoke here today, this afternoon. I'm grateful that you joined us this evening. So tell me, share your thoughts.
Chuck, welcome,
Yeah.
Beth and Chuck. Yeah, you know what? I'm excited about the Nuclm product. As Chris mentioned, we're getting results with it, and we didn't even start telling anybody about it because we wanted to make sure that it was something that we would see a result. And as far as the physical products, we're just getting a feel for them. We've been very used to taking supplements for a long time. The shape and burn, I can feel it. I feel the thermogenic part of it. I can feel that. For the first couple weeks, we both were on it, and then we had no more. So we just got our new order a month each, and I was surprised how fast it came in the mail. So I'm impressed with that. And so we just received them, and we're ready to take on a month each, and we're going to let everybody know about the results that we're getting on that one, the shape and burn.
Absolutely. And folks, if you have any questions, comments, I would love some of you. I know you start sharing some of your stories and some of your experience with the product. Please feel free to share it because, obviously we're presenting and some people may see us as a little bit biased, and having you sharing your story, it just helps the audience to get a better feel for what's really going on here. So please don't be shy and just raise your hand or unmute yourself or post a comment on the chat. Love to hear from you. Now, one thing I want to share, and I'm just going to share this with you again, I just want to reiterate the fact that just like a supplement, if you're consuming a supplement and you've been on it for a day or two, don't expect your entire body's anatomy to change overnight. It takes time for the body to adjust. And if you've been living for 40 years, 50 years, 60 years, 70 years and up, you understand that it may take a few days, a few weeks to start getting the results that you're hoping for. So stay on the product. Give your body a chance to adjust to what it is that you're exposing it to. And this is my experience in this industry, and highly recommend. Now, we can finish on this note, but this is an opportunity here, folks, to ask your questions, share your comments. Please don't be shy if there is any. So, Adam, if you have anything else that you may want to share while we're waiting for some folks to share some of their thoughts or even ask questions. If you have anything you want to add, I'd love to hear from that.
Question.
Oh, please go ahead, Jasmine.
Go ahead, Jasmine.
Hi. So I have a question, and that is, I'm just speaking to one of my neighbors, and she has a little one that's even a year old. Is there a certain age that the child has to be before you can start using Nuclm?
Absolutely not. We're talking about the nervous system of any age of any human. The brain works the same at all ages. And I got to tell you, I wish I had Nuclm when I had little ones because it'll put them right out. The other thing it works well on is also pets, dogs, cats. They can, by the way, they can hear the, what's going on, the neuroscience. Humans can't. We can't hear it, but dogs can. So yes, without question, babies, dogs, they're all going to benefit. And, you'll get to experience that if you've got those around you, for sure.
Yeah, I have a little miniature poodle, like a cockapoo, and I've had a history of having trouble with sleeping. And this little guy, because I know he's on my bed, off my bed, on my bed, off. Now I started with Nuclm a couple weeks ago, and where he falls asleep is where he wakes up. I'm like, yay!
I know.
So
we don't market to that enough, but that is a big factor. I hear that from dog owners. They're like, usually the dog is getting me up in the morning to go out, and now I get up before the dog, and life is good.
You got it for sure. Anyway, back to you, gentlemen. Thanks.
Thanks a lot, Jess.
That was
Appreciate
great.
it. Now, Beth has a question that she just posted here in the comment, and feel free, Beth, if you want to verbally share.
Yeah.
I'll bring you up here. Is this safe for those with seizures disorder?
So, obviously there's stress involved with any kind of, concern, health concern like that. As it relates to the stress for that condition, that's where you're going to get Nuclm to help. And it's going to balance the entire nervous system of your body, right? It's going to bring it into homeostasis. So in that way that might help that concern, that health concern, Nuclm can be effective that way. So it mostly relates to what it can do for stress. So if you want to even type in seizure disorders, and stress, and just do a search on that, see what comes up for that, and know that Nuclm is going to be helpful for that.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Now, Maripol, actually, you beat me to the punch. I wanted, Adam, if you don't mind posting your link here in the chat as to where your training will be. And I will post it again in multiple groups where those folks are resting in so they can have access to it. But if you don't mind posting it here. See, the Xosialx app, folks, it's such an important app. Tammy and I are building our entire business on this. I mean, yesterday I was watching some series, and maybe I shouldn't or shouldn't, but as I'm doing this, I was posting all of these links to all my contacts. And here it is. It's right there. And it ended up being I think it was about 200 people that I sent information to, which some are starting to come back to me and everything else. This app is really, really powerful. I recommend that you at least attend if you don't have the all access pass, or maybe you came for the year and or monthly and you haven't got the Xosialx app yet. I really recommend you consider this because it's a powerful tool that is simplifying the marketing aspect of building your business. And Adam, feel free to add to this.
Absolutely, and you'll hear me talk about this a little bit tonight if you hop on. If you are doing this as a business and you want to make money, you're going to be starting conversations with people. And I remember the day I started sharing Nuclm with folks. I started sending out my website link to a few people, and I sent out a text message. And I realized really quickly, like moments later, I was like, you know what?
Against like your face, and you can listen it if you want to. Yeah. But he's like, it's the one thing that gets me rid of a hangover, so cool. And it has like Bluetooth in it.
Jasmine, you're okay.
Yeah, that's all good. I was wondering.
Anyway, so the thing that I realized,
and
really
this has a 20-minute cycle.
I muted her out. You unmuted her. So is that I didn't have any tracking. Right? I didn't know if the people I was sending information to were really looking or not. And so I stopped what I was doing. And we had just gotten this platform, and I started building out some gems as a graphic designer. I built out some really beautiful stuff with some, content in it. And I started sending those gems. So I paused. I said, okay, now I can send these gems. That's the content that we send through that platform. And now when somebody clicks on it, I know I know they've looked. I know that they're really interested. And when they click on it, guess what I do? I send them another gem. I send them some testimonies in a gem. I send them things that have tracking on them, so I know that they are seriously looking at it. Because if they're not looking at it, I'm not going to chase them, and neither should you, right? And so that's the evolution of our industry and our business is we don't chase people anymore. We know if the person says they're interested, if they're really interested by their actions. And so it's for me, that's a game changer in this industry, complete game changer. And so that's what this app does for you. And when you see it in its full glory tonight, you'll get pretty excited about it. And it's great for duplication too.
Wonderful. So we'll end on this note here. Adam, thank you so much. And folks, thank you for attending. The link is there, and I posted the link into our Xosialx Facebook Messenger group. Feel free to get it from there. And also, I shared today the ebook of the Nuclm ebook, which I highly recommend you dig your teeth into this. There's a lot of information here, folks, and there's power in knowledge, and take advantage of this because this will give you the ammunition, in a matter of speaking, to be able to share with your audience and your social network and your anybody within around you that might be curious, and you may actually really impact people's lives with this. I really truly believe that. So again, Adam, thank you so much. Tammy and I are grateful for you and your support. And eventually, Tammy and I are going to be doing this presentation and just have Adam to share at the end his story and his testimonial as we are learning. And just again, an FYI, the PowerPoint that Adam just went through, this is going to be available to all of you that are interested to start to learn it. And the script is in there too. I mean, I would say 90% of the slides have script, so you can learn what to say as we move forward. Okay?
Absolutely. Hey, it was a lot of fun, guys. I'm here to help, and welcome to the team. For those of you that are new, just getting started, I'm here for you. Hopefully we'll see you on the next training.
Yeah, and Maripol, it's about 10 minutes, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks a lot, Tammy. Thank you, everybody, and have a great, wonderful rest of your evening. Bye for now.
See you in 10 minutes.
Bye-bye.